Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2018 Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nation welcoming press conference. We're very excited to be here, and here with us on stage to open this fantastic event we have Ustream Vice President Mr. David Luongo, FIM CMS Director Mr. Tony Skillington, and representing, of course, Red Bat, we have Tim and Amy Ritchie. So thank you all for being here, and I'll pass the word to Mr. David Luongo first of all.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to Red Bat USA for the 2018 Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nation. I will try to be short because I think this day is more for the sportsmen. But just a few words to recap a bit the history behind this Motocross of Nation. So it has been 1 year and a half where we had a very interesting meeting in Daytona with Tim Ritchie and Davey and Kerry Combs. And from this time we had a good meeting, and we said, well, how we can bring back the Motocross of Nation in USA. And all together we arrived after many discussions to make everything down, and then our guys came here and had great welcome from the Ritchie family, and we arrived to this race this weekend. So it's a great honor to be back in USA. We have not been here for many years, so it was a huge expectation from the fans, and we saw that the sales have been amazing, the camping, the fans are here, so the American fans are very good, and we are sure it will be a fantastic weekend. Then on the sports side, it will be one of the most exciting nations since years, because we really have the best rider on the world facing for this weekend between Jeffrey, Eli, but also Plessinger, Roxanne, Tony. We have many Prado. We have many riders in MX2, in MXGP class, and in Opens that will fight for the win. So it's very exciting, and we hope to have good racing, despite the fact that the weather will be a bit humid tomorrow. But the track is one of the most beautiful tracks in the world, so we are sure that Tim and his team will make the best they can to keep great condition for the race, and we just cannot wait to be tomorrow morning and when the engine will start. So thank you very much. Thank you to EMA also for their great support, to FIM, and the trophy are here. FIM made great job to put them like brand new, so it's very exciting to have this race. And I wish the best to all the rider and the team for the weekend. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, David. Now I'll pass the word to Mr. Tony Skillington, please, on behalf of the FIM.
Thank you, Mariana. First of all, I would like to say on behalf of the FIM, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to everybody on this very cold and damp day. But what struck me most of all was the beauty of the surrounding area, the beauty of the circuit, reminding us very much so of Batterley Basin and last year, almost in full, because the weather and the cold is much the same as it was last year in Batterley Basin. Apart from that, I would like to thank very much all of those who made it possible, especially to Ustream for having the foresight to come back to the US again, and also to find the great partnership that we have with Tim and Amy, and with MX Sports also, and the AMA, which are fully behind this event. I would like to thank all of those parties for making it possible. The Motocross of Nations is a very unique event every year. It provides us with the greatest amount of buzz, let's say, that our sport can provide us with. And as David has already mentioned, we have the very best of the best this weekend, and I'm sure, like you and all the fans that are here, we look forward to a great racing weekend, and I hope we have a safe weekend. So without dragging on too much in my words, I would again like to say and show my appreciation to everybody that have made this possible. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we have a great nations. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. And now, of course, I would like to pass the word to Amy and Tim Ritchie, representing Red Bat. So tell us how it's been, all this preparation, how you feel to be the host of this amazing event.
Well, thanks. Welcome, everybody. This is not the weather we ordered. We keep the kind of theme in our group this weekend is that our dad went to this race 40 years ago in Germany. Quit doing that, Scott. And 78 in Gelsdorf, Germany, and this was his dream.
She's going to get a little emotional over our father thing. It's a little tough. We're very excited to host this event. We've been working on it for a very long time. We've had a very good time working with the Ustream crew. They're very good to work with. The weather is going to challenge me as much as it's going to challenge the riders, I think, with trying to give everybody a racetrack. But I look forward to the point where I get to worry about just the racetrack, because right now we have a lot of other details. But yeah, I don't know. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you very much, Tim and Amy. I don't know if anybody from the media has any question to the people on stage. No? So that's all. Thank you very much. We do a group photo all together. Yeah, there's a question over there. Where?
Weed always has a question.
Okay. So we'll pass the mic.
Tim, could you just describe some of the changes that you've made to the track and also some of the things you're doing because of the weather this weekend also?
Well, the track is prepped for weather as well as it's going to get at this point, so it's a waiting game. We'll see what tomorrow brings. We'll see what after tomorrow's racing brings as far as that goes. So that's a reactionary last moment decision on all of that. So it's study the weather, study what's happening, make the decisions as we go for there. As far as the changes, they're pretty small changes. A lot of it was just to house the pit lane, which I've mentioned before. The whole start change was to house the size of the pit lane. And the other few changes were to get the track back in check as far as the lap distance, because that did add quite a bit to the racetrack. So.
Any other question?
Tim, are we keeping the start for next year for the Nationals, or keeping it like it is now, or changing back?
We have an amateur event in 2 weeks, and we'll be there for that. Past that, as far as the track changes go, I really haven't got past this. We've had one amateur race on that start, so we'll see how it works. I think it's going to be a lot safer. I don't know how fair it's going to be or racy it's going to be. I think it's going to be a lot safer than the last one, but we'll see.
Any other question? Yes?
Yeah, just a question for Tim or Amy. You mentioned, it was mentioned that pre-sales were pretty good for the event. Can you give an idea of what kind of crowd you're expecting maybe for Sunday? What will you be happy with?
We expected a more last week before the weather. Sales are really, really good. I mean, I don't know what to expect. This is our first time. This has been a guessing game for us on a lot of things, but we're happy with the pre-sales. Happy with the camping. The camping sold out in August. Campers are thrilled to be here. We filled all the campgrounds in the local area, so I think a lot of people are coming. It doesn't matter how much rain. Just like Matterley, you know, the fans are tough and they'll be out there.
That's it? Okay, so thank you very much. Let's do a group photo all together, standing up, and we will continue. I'll pass the mic to my colleague, Paul Malin, who will do the team's presentation.
Just waiting for Eli Tomac to arrive onto the stage. So as always, I will start with the team manager, and I will come to you first, Roger de Costa. Welcome to the 72nd edition of the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations. Finally, this event is back on home soil. There's been no USA win though since 2011, Saint-Jean-d'Angely in France. Been close a few times to victory. Bad luck has played its part and one or two things, but how much of a home advantage is this weekend for you and your team? Can we have silence please while we listen to the answers from the team manager, Roger de Costa? Thank you.
Well, we did have a national here in July, and these guys were really good, and I expect that they're going to be just as good this weekend. So for sure, it's good to now you track your race on and to have experience on it. And but we also don't underestimate our competition. I think Team France, Team Netherlands, and there's some other really good riders here. They're all the best in the world. They're going to be here, and should be a good day for the race fans.
And what about the weather? Obviously, it's a little wet at the moment. It might be interchangeable during the course of the weekend. How do you think that will affect the outcome of this year's race?
Well, this level of riders, they all have experience on wet conditions, and the Europeans are really good in the mud and rain. We know that, and I think overall it's not going to change the balance of the chances of winning. I think that will stay pretty much the same.
Finally to you, Roger. You've obviously been team manager for a long time now, and on a personal note, obviously with KTM, as far as KTM is concerned, you've handed over the team manager's job to Ian Harrison. Is that a sign of things to come? Is this potentially going to be your last one as team manager, or is it going to be wait and see how this one plays out?
I don't know. It depends if this guy still wants me. We let them decide on that. I'm just thinking about this event this week and trying to get back on the winning side. You know, it's been 6 years since we won, and we should have won in Italy. I feel if it was not for the accident we had with Jason after he won the first race, and so we let somebody else decide that. I just am focused on this week, and then hope we can get through it and get back to our winning mode.
All right, Roger, thank you. Hand the mic, please, to Eli Tomac. Eli Tomac, we're riding number 25 in the MXGP category. Eli, welcome to the Motocross of Nations here in Redbud, USA. Third time now for you representing your country. The last time was back in Germany, I believe, in 2013. How different is this one compared to the ones that you prepared for in Europe? Because I guess it's a little bit crazy out there at the moment.
I think it's all good. It's been fun just being here for the day we've been here now, and yeah, we're excited just to be here at Redbud. It's a great facility for USA, probably the best one for us to have here. So, gosh, if it wasn't for a little bit of the rain and the weather, it'd be a perfect weekend so far. So, yeah, we're just excited to get it going.
Has it been easier to prepare for this one though, because you haven't had the European travel? You've been able to stay at home right until the day of the event, pretty much.
I mean, absolutely. It's easier when you can stay inside your country and come to an event in a track that we've ridden in the past. So, yeah, feeling good right now.
And how's the hype out there in the paddock, or have you been pretty sheltered from it so far?
It's what I expected. You know, the people are starting to get out and about, and you know, everyone's having a good time.
All right, Eli, wish you all the best this weekend. Please hand the mic to Aaron Plessinger, please. He's going to be riding the MX2 category, riding number 26. It's your first Motocross of Nations, young man. We're at home in the United States for you. I guess from that side, that's almost like a perfect dream, really, isn't it? You know, represent your country on home soil. How are you feeling coming in?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. Super excited. I got picked for this one, and with it being at Redbud in the U.S., it couldn't be any better, I don't think. You know, we got one of the best teams you could have, and I feel like we're going to do some damage, and I'm really excited to see the fans and get to race.
Obviously, when you first got selected, you know, I guess there must have been a certain amount of excitement. How was that translated now closer to the event? We're going riding tomorrow. Are the butterflies starting to kick in? Are you sensing, hang on a minute, this is real now?
A little bit. You know, I'm pretty confident at this track, and you know, I'm just excited for the gate drop. I'm excited to hear all the fans and hear more of the chainsaws and air horns and get this thing going. I think I'm not I'm more excited than nervous, and I'm ready to get the job done.
Obviously, the last time you raced here, you went 1-1 at the Nationals, so I guess it's a place you feel comfortable at. What do you think to the changes on the track?
I think they didn't change too much. So I mean, dirt's still the same. So I'm gonna gel with the track and I'm gonna flow with it. And yeah, last time I was here, I went 1-1. So hoping to do it again, but I gotta race 450s now.
All right, Aaron, thanks a lot and all the best this weekend. Justin Barsha, he's going to be riding number 27 in the open class, and it's the 4th Motocross of Nations for you, Justin. Great to have you back here. You know, in the past you've gone 3-2-2 overall. You took a race win in 2015 in France, your last visit. Every time you've represented your country, you've put everything in it, you know. I guess this one will be no different, will it? Or maybe even more so.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely American fans behind us a little more this year than ever, being on American soil. But yeah, I always come to this race. It's always very enjoyable for me. You know, some people look at it as an extra race, but I think the team here now we're all really motivated to, you know, get the win. That's obviously the goal every year we come, but this year everything seems to be gelling really well. We had enough time after the season to do a little testing, fine-tune the bike a little bit more from the season, and take a little break as well. So I think all in all, we have fantastic team. The track's sick. I love coming here. It's probably one of my favorite tracks. I've always had really, really good results here. And it's just been an awesome year, and this to be here is just icing on top of the cake.
And obviously you got on the podium here in the summer, 3rd overall. But again, same question as I put to Eli. You've done a few of these in Europe. How is it compared to that? Because there's always a lot of interest in American riders when they come over to race in Europe. Oh, you know, the Americans are here. But you're on home soil. Can you feel the atmosphere starting to build now?
Yeah, it's awesome to, you know, just travel a few hours and be here and not far away from home. Don't get me wrong, I love going to Europe racing. I like the challenge. I like riding new tracks. But this just feels good. You know, I haven't really had this feeling in a long time of being like the nerves excited, like to go racing. Being here today, like it's just amping me up, and I just want to get on my bike and go racing. So yeah, it's good. The American fans already are already gnarly here, so it's going to be a sick race weekend.
All right, well look, Team USA, thanks for joining us up here today. Can we just give a big round of applause for Team USA and wish them all the best of luck, please. Quick family photo for our media. Quick photo, please, for the journalists. And next up, hopefully we can get back on track with Team France, the defending champions. So we'll start with Pascal Fino. Obviously these guys have been winning since 2014. Mr. Fino has been in the job since 2015. 3 wins in a row now for him, the team manager. Pascal, you arrived once again as the defending champions. This time in the USA, and obviously you hope to win again here in Redbud, but it's never easy to select your best 3 riders. How was the selection process for you this year, if you don't mind?
Excuse me everybody, but today I prefer, and it's very important for me, speak French because my English is too bad. And Pascal, translate me. La sélection, comme toutes les années, c'est toujours difficile de la faire. Depuis, ce qui a été difficile, c'est surtout la blessure de Romain. Et
as every year, you know, it's always tough to make the selection. The biggest problem for us was the injury of Romain.
Donc ouais, toujours difficile de la faire, blessure de Romain. Maintenant en France, on a tout de même un vivier de grands pilotes, de bon niveau. On voit là encore cette année, on a 3 pilotes. Et ces 3 pilotes-là ont au moins un titre mondial, individuel ou par équipe. Donc
as I told you, it's always tough to make the selection, but we are lucky in France to have many top GP riders, and all the guys who are there on the stage have at least one World Championship title.
Voilà, donc moi personnellement, j'ai entièrement confiance dans cette équipe et on va tout faire et rien lâcher durant tout le week-end.
for me, I'm fully confident in this team, and you know, for sure, we never give up during this weekend.
Thank you, Pascal. Right, I'm going to come to Gauthier Paulin, riding number 1. You cannot hear? Can we keep the noise down, please, at the back of the room? We do have a press conference. Can you please keep the noise down? Thank you. Thank you, Gauthier. So, Gauthier, last year we thought the Motocross Nations, as a result, as an overall, might be closer than ever because of the weather, but Team France seemed to come through pretty comfortably yet again. What are your thoughts coming into this weekend, and where do you think the toughest challenge will come from?
First of all, hi everyone, happy to be here. And then, yeah, just like you said, you know, in the question, last year you mentioned was comfortable win. I wouldn't say that, you know, every win are really tough to get, nothing come for free. And last year we were strong again and win again Motocross of Nations, but now the title is back again on the table and we need to redo everything again. We are here in America, there is few strong team, but we are ready, strong team.
You did the track walk earlier. What are your first impressions?
Nice dirt, big land, big jumps, and the weather isn't with us right now, but anyway, you know, we are ready. We are motocross racers, so really happy to be here, and the track looks really good.
All right, Gauthier, wish you all the best this weekend. Dylan Ferrandis, riding number 2, Team France. Last time you raced for Team France was back in 2014. You took the victory with your other 2 teammates. That gives you a 100% win record. Congratulations coming into this one. I guess you're looking forward to, you know, being part of the winning team again, though, especially now that you're riding out here, living out here every weekend. What are your thoughts riding for Team France for the second time?
Definitely, it's an honor for me. You know, I think the Motocross of Nation for a rider is the best feeling you can have the best feeling ever. You know, to be selected for the country, you represent the country is really awesome. And for me, that now I live in America and far from home, you know, it's such an exciting event and to share with all the people that I grew up and ride a few years ago. So I'm definitely excited and feel good about this weekend because yeah, it's a little bit like a home track for me. I rode here last year, 2 months ago for the national, and felt good. And I have my bike here that I rode all the seasons, exactly the same. And yeah, I think we have the best bike on the best 250 bike in the world, and that's will help me a lot. I think tomorrow and Sunday, but we see we are definitely exciting and really motivated for this weekend.
Are you looking forward to riding with some of your MX2 friends and maybe riders from the old European 250 Championship days?
Yeah, for sure, it's going to be interesting. Tomorrow the 250 race is going to be really interesting because I never raced with the world champ Prado, and I'm curious to see what speed he got. And yeah, definitely my teammate Aaron is a champion in America, so he's a man to beat. And yeah, we're gonna have some good battle tomorrow with the 250 guy, and yeah, Sunday for sure is gonna be crazy.
All right, Dylan, wish you all the best this weekend. Thanks a lot. Third member of the French team, riding number 3, Jordi Tixier, of course, former world champion. Jordi, it's been a difficult season for you. You've only ridden 3 Grand Prix in the last 7 rounds. I guess from that side it's been a little bit crazy, but this is a huge event. How are you feeling mentally and physically coming into what is the biggest race in the world?
If you want me to be honest, I'm just super motivated and just 100% fit actually. So like I said, my season was quite difficult. You know, I did only 3 GPs this year, but yeah, I got a little injury beginning of the year. It's been a tough time, but actually now I feel really good. You know, I find a new team for next year, and I think mentally I feel really good. You know, and being in this selection with my teammate and all the French team is just awesome. You know, so I think our motivation is pretty high actually, and being here in the US and just riding against so many strong teams, I'm just really happy and really motivated. So let's do it.
Okay, and final question: when you were selected, you didn't have a team, you didn't have a bike to ride. So I guess a big thank you to VHR.
yeah, I didn't have any bikes to ride, and actually I even didn't sign with any team. So it was quite difficult, but yeah, we signed with VHR KTM for 2019, and with this selection we already decided to ride with this team for the end of 2018. And yeah, I really thanks them to make me the bikes to ride, are really good bikes and good suspension. So I'm just yeah, ready to rock, So yeah, I'm really excited to be tomorrow.
All right, Jordi, thanks a lot. Team France, everybody, if you'd like to stand up, give them a big round of applause. The defending champions, 1, 2, and 3. Gauthier Paulin, Dylan Ferrandis, and Jordi Tixier, and of course, Pascal Finot. Jeffrey Hurlings riding in MXGP, Calvin Valandre in MX2, and Glenn Koldenoff in the open class, and the team manager, Patrice Astendelf. So I will start with Patrice, the team manager. Patrice, the last 2 years, Team Netherlands have finished second overall, and 2 of those riders are here this weekend again with Jeffrey and Glenn. A lot of the talk has been about your MX2 rider though, Calvin Valandre. What are your thoughts about this weekend? How was the atmosphere within the team?
We have a great atmosphere. First of all, I'd like to thank Ustream for the great organization and our friends from the AMA for the reception. Very good. It's a great facility here. Yeah, we're all looking good, and we're at the end of the season. Everybody is looking forward to this event, last event of the season, and I have great feelings about it.
Okay, I'll speak to Jeffrey, please. Jeffrey, obviously there's a lot of hype around this event this weekend, surrounding you in particular, and a battle that everybody wants to see. But maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't see that battle, who knows. But there's more to this event than just the individual performance. How much would this one mean to you if Team Netherlands get to win here, especially here?
Yeah, will be beautiful, but it's going to be a gamble as the weather prediction is right now. It's a shame. We didn't really have one GP in the mud all year long, and then now we're coming here to the US, and it's most likely going to be rain tomorrow and Sunday. So with that, it's like a gamble, but it can fall into your hands, but also into the other one. So it's gonna, we're gonna wait and see. It's like I said, it's a shame it's not gonna be dry, because then it's really man to man, and then it's more normal results. Now it could be like a gamble, but we'll see. It's hard to put a number onto it, but I think as a team we're looking strong. We have a good team, and individually I'll do my best as well as a team player.
And obviously next year the Motocross Nations is at home in the Netherlands at Assen. There is a possibility that you 3 guys, or whatever team is selected next year, could go there with the 1, 2, 3, as we saw, with the French guys when they won in Latvia. They went to Ernay, for instance. That would be a pretty big thing and a pretty special thing as well, I imagine.
Yeah, that would be a dream coming true to show up in Assen next year with the number 1, 2, 3 on our bikes. But first this weekend needs to be done. I think it's really hard to beat the US team. They're very strong, as well as many other teams. But we try to play it smart, to put in our best possible results, and we'll see where it will take us.
All right, Jeffrey, all the best this weekend for Team Netherlands. Calvin Valandre, I'm going to come to you, riding number 5. Your first ever Motocross of Nations, I believe?
Yeah, first time here at the Motocross of Nations. First time actually just spectating also. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm happy to be here. It's a nice vibe, and I'm looking forward to get it underway.
Well, obviously you've had a pretty good season in MX2, 6th overall, 5 podiums, a couple race wins, and overall win as well in Indonesia. I guess in many ways this is the perfect time for you to ride this event, because you come in here full of confidence, the speed is good, and I guess from that side you must feel more ready for this than ever before, even if you'd have got picked last year, for instance.
Yeah, definitely. I had a pretty good season, I'd say. I think I made a big step from last season. Like you said, 5 podiums and a GP win. I did expect it coming into the season. I was ready, and I was expecting that. So, but yeah, like you said, it's an honor to be selected to ride here for the Nations. I'd say at my peak form. I'm feeling really good physically, mentally. So yeah, it should be a good show Saturday and also Sunday.
Obviously, you're riding number 5, and quite appropriately, that is the same number as your teammate over at HRC and during MXGP, who you are replacing this weekend. So I guess it would be a perfect tribute, wouldn't it, really? The guy that's helped get the Team Netherlands to the podium the last couple of times, for you to go out and do that if you were to win this one.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Brian, unfortunately, is injured. Taking over his number this weekend, number 5. Hopefully, it'll bring me some good luck. I know he's done well in the past for the Netherlands in the Nations. 2 years in a row, he's been second with the team. So, you know, it's also a lot of pressure on me. I need to perform this weekend, and I think it's good. I'm feeling comfortable, and also with the team, we have a good vibe, and everything is going well. So, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Calvin, have a good weekend. Enjoy it. Glenn Coldenhoff, the 3rd member of the team, the veteran of the team, if you like. This will be your 7th Motocross of Nations, I believe. And you've ridden for the Netherlands every year since 2012. Maggiora was a big moment, getting on the podium for the first time. Last year was maybe kind of expected to do well as well, but how much disappointment was there coming so close to the win last year in Matterley Basin, or was that kind of the result that you expected as well?
Last year we were far off the win. It was a lot of points, but the year before we were very close, but then we came in without an expectation, and you know, then we were even happy with the 2nd place. So, but for now, you know, I think the goal is to win, and we all want to go for that. We're all motivated, and we all feel good. So it's a great atmosphere in the team, and also nice having our boss from the federation here as team manager. I think it's kind of cool, and no, we had a few days of practice together, and we all feel good, and yeah, we are having a great time, and looking to do well here this weekend.
Have you been able to ride here in the US, or have you just literally arrived yesterday?
No, we came in yesterday evening, so we all didn't even watch the track yet. We're gonna do that later, I think, and yeah, we just arrived, so yeah.
All right, guys, Team Netherlands, have a good one this weekend. And ladies and gentlemen, Team Netherlands, they finished 2nd last year. I guess they're hoping to go one better here if they can at Redbud. Photo opportunity time. Our next team will be Team Great Britain. I see them just waiting there in the wings. Of course, that is Tommy Sell, Ben Watson, Max Anstey, and team manager Mark Chamberlain. So I'll start with Mark Chamberlain, team manager, obviously the 2nd year in the job. Great debut performance for you as team manager last year, Mark Chamberlain. 3rd overall on home soil. In some ways, probably the perfect result at your home nations. But how has the preparation been coming into this one here? I heard some race parts got delivered to Philadelphia the other day and instead of to the team hotel. But other than that, how has it been? Looks like you've got a good, solid team.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Yeah, no, we had a little bit of wayward parcel, but you know, it's all good. And Tommy got out on his bike yesterday because that was built here, and then the other guys had their bike shipped. I think it's a strong team. Got to be realistic. Like there are some really strong teams this year, and it's the strongest nations for a long time. But I believe in the 3 guys that I've chosen, and they are capable of getting it on the box. We do need them to perform at their highest, and maybe a little bit of luck. But I'm really confident, and the boys, you know, they're relaxed, they're happy, so that's the main thing.
I hear you rented a house as well, just around the corner for the guys. Everyone else is staying in a hotel, so that's obviously got to be better for them as well.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's a little bit of resistance from my my ideas, but to be fair, like as soon as they get together, they're used to riding as individuals, as you know, all through the year, and then to be put in that situation, but they get on so good and it clicks, and the girlfriends have been great, you know, and that makes a big difference as well. So no, it's been a good week, and yeah, no, they're happy.
All right, I'll talk to the riders in a moment. If we could just ask for peace and quiet, please, at the back of the room. Thank you. Same every year. Tommy, I'm going to come to you. Riding in the MXG category this weekend, riding number 7. 11th time riding for you, Team GB, Motocross of Nations, 11 times. Arguably last year was the best one. As we said, getting on the podium at home, 3rd overall, especially with you were injured as well. What will it take to emulate that kind of performance to at least get on the podium this weekend?
I think for us just to all do our best and
obviously we have to perform well because there's strong teams, but I think every one of us on our day has the potential to be up front and put us on the podium. I don't see any reason why not. Me and Max have both raced here before a while ago, but the track also suits us with the wet conditions. It's being technical, especially Max and Ben in those conditions there. They really shine, so I think we just have to do our thing, believe in ourselves and try and get it up on the box.
Obviously, you lived out here for a couple of years after 2008, where you finished second in the World Championship. Is this a track you've ridden in the past? If so, is it one that you enjoy?
Yeah, in 2009 I raced here, obviously as part of the AMA Championship. I got a second place here, which was my best of the season, so it was a long time ago. I can't even really remember it, to be honest, but from looking at the track just a little bit, just walking around, it looks great, and I can't wait to get out there. Hopefully the rain doesn't put a dampener on it too much, but either way, I feel good and I feel confident and looking forward to racing.
All right, have a good weekend. Tommy Searle. Ben Watson, going to come to you riding the MX2 class, number 8. Congratulations, first of all, on your selection. I know it's been made a while now, but I guess it's, with it being the first one for you, quite a big moment for you, a proud one as well. How does it feel now that you're actually here?
Yeah, it's incredible. Of course, I've had a solid season and kind of exceeded a few expectations from my side and my team's side, but yeah, this was not something I was really thinking about. I was concentrating on having a solid season and I wanted to end it strong, but yeah, I didn't have a great weekend last week, but it was a few things a little bit out of my hand and maybe wanted it a little bit too much, but yeah, to have this opportunity and to come and represent the country, it's an incredible feeling and one that I'll take with both hands and really give my everything.
And what about your support network? Obviously, no one wants to miss their First Nations, so mum, dad, family here?
Yeah, I've got both my brothers here, my mum and dad, and a couple of friends have come with them, so they've hired an RV and they're coming to support.
And what are your first impressions on the track?
Yeah, I've not actually had a proper look around the track yet, but from what I've seen, it looks really good and actually much deeper sand than what I expected. So I watched the AMA National here and it looked really technical and there's some deep ruts and actually, my favourite conditions. So I hope that even with the added sand and the little bit of rain that it's going to get even more technical. And I feel that with me and Max and Tommy, I think we're pretty strong in those conditions, so I'm excited.
All right, well look, have a great weekend, enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
And Ben Watson, everybody. Max Anstey going to come to you next. Last year, of course, you went 1-1 at Matterley Basin, couldn't have gone any better. Another personal milestone was achieved that day. Well, 2 actually, getting on the podium and going 1-1. So, but this year, your MXGP season hasn't gone quite according to plan. But does that make this weekend more of almost like a bit of a redemption, really, just to sort of put everything out there, unfinished business, if you like?
Well, I mean, I still got 3 podiums, and still got 3 podiums this year against the best riders in the world and top 10 in the World Championship. So, you don't want to talk about the bad races. You only want to, you want to talk about the good ones. I think, that's it's an achievement to do that in itself against these guys. And oi! Fuck. Shut up! You can listen to me. I went 1-1 last year, boys. I think I'm really looking forward to coming and being back here in America and racing the Motocross of the Nations. We've got a great team and it's just a great experience. I think I can't outdo last year. I can't do better than that. But it depends what happens with the starts. It depends a lot of things. Obviously. It'd be good to put Ben down the inside on the gates, and we'll see what happens. We'll see how the scores are going and see how it is, and just do my best for the team and focus on myself, and that's it. And the other guys do the same, and we'll be good.
All right, Max. Thanks for interjecting there. Do you want to do it again? You sure?
No, the other guys can sort it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Team GB, Ben Watson, Max Anstey, Tommy Searle, and team manager Mark Chamberlain. Team photo. Once again, can we just have some noise at the back? Noise. We already have that. Some peace and quiet at the back, please. Johan Bonen, I'm going to come to you over here. First time as team manager, but you've always been in the background, you know, over the last few years. It's almost like you have the longest short list of riders in which you can choose from. You know, there's 3 here, there's probably 3 or 4 more at home that you could have chosen. But this is probably your strongest team. Off the podium the last couple of years, you know, in what were a couple of off seasons, but you're never normally off the podium. So what are you hoping from this race here at Redbud? It's his first year in the job, we give him a chance.
I think the track conditions are perfect for the Europeans and for sure for the Belgians. It's a long time ago that Belgian team come with the 3 riders they selected with no injuries. So no, I think it's realistic to dream about the podium.
Would you be happy with the podium, or realistically, are you looking for the win?
You know, nations is always unexpected, and even the last lap can happen something, but yeah, we are happy we are in the podium, but I think there is a bigger chance than only podium.
Okay, well I'll move on to the riders then. Clement de Sal, going to come to you as the MXGP rider, riding number 10 for Team Belgium. It's only 5th across the nations actually. You've missed a few through injuries and things like that. The last time we saw you was 2013. It was the last time that Belgium won, and you played a painful part in that, obviously, in the second race. How about coming into this one this weekend, riding for your country? And what are your thoughts on the track?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, and like you said, I missed a lot of years because of injury. And last time I was on the team, we win, you know. So hopefully I bring some good luck like this, and I'm feeling, I mean, finish LT on my side, like the GP season. And my feeling with the track is good. We worked the track together this morning, and it's looking like a wheel motocross track to have fun on it. So it's already 2 good points for me. And for the other riders also with this track, that's an important point. We will do our best, and you know, we are a good team. We have fun together. That's important also in this weekend, and I think we can do a good thing. I feel it.
All right, Clement, have a good weekend this weekend. Jago Geerts, riding the MX2 category at number 11. Congratulations, riding for Team Belgium this year. We were there in Lommel when we announced the team, and you got the biggest cheer actually, so obviously very, very popular in Belgium. Your MX2 season, rookie in the class, couldn't have gone any better, 8th overall, and you also got a podium in Latvia. Similar conditions to what we have here probably this weekend. Are you feeling a little bit nervous or excited, and is it a little bit different to arriving at a GP, for instance?
Yeah, I'm just really excited to race this weekend. The track looks really good. It's a little bit muddy, but I'm used to these conditions, so yeah, I'm just going to do my best, and then we will see where we end up as a team.
Are you happy with the track though? I saw you yesterday walking the track. It's a little bit sandy on top. Is that, I mean, you live 10 minutes from Lommel, so I guess, you know, it's perfect conditions for you.
Yeah, the track looks really good. It's really wide with big jumps, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a really rough track tomorrow. But yeah, I like the conditions, and looks really good.
All right, have a good weekend. Enjoy the experience. Jeremy Van Horebeek will come to you, one of the most successful riders in this event, of course. It'll be your 10th time representing your country. You've had a win, 3 seconds, 3 thirds. And of course, Belgium is also one of the most successful nations, as I said a moment ago. Hardly ever off the podium, but the last 2 years hasn't gone exactly to plan. From your side, it was a difficult season, so in many ways, you've got nothing to lose, have you? Riding for Team Belgium, the last race of the season, you're going to give it everything you've got this weekend?
Yeah, you know, it's the first year we have no injured riders, so that's really good. I'm really experienced with this race, so you know, to me it comes really natural, and I always enjoy the nation, so it's good. Also, my shape the last weeks is much better again, back in the top 5 in the GP. So after the difficult season, you know, it's good. You know, it's just on time for this event, and I'm really motivated, and the other guys also. And it's a track that suits us. Yeah, so I think it will be a good weekend. Yeah.
And you just said the track suits you. Is there anything particularly like about this track that you just think, wow, this place, or is it just the whole track that has gripped your imagination?
No, it's just it's huge, the track. You know, it's not like it's on a big space, and you go from the other side of the hill to the other one, and so yeah, it's nice. The speed is high, many jumps, sandy or muddy, doesn't matter. We're used to it anyway, so should be good.
All right, guys, Team Belgium, have a good weekend. It's Team Belgium, ladies and gentlemen. They'll be looking to try and get on the podium. Quick family photo, please. Johan? He's still got some things to learn as team manager. So, Team Switzerland. I will start with the team manager when he's ready. Mark. So, Mark, how you doing? Team manager, once again, what are you hoping for from this select group of riders, Valentin Guillot and Kilian, and of course Jeremy?
Okay.
What would you be happy with?
Yeah. Et compte tenu de la situation actuelle par rapport aux blessures des pilotes, cette année on va vraiment miser sur un classement individuel de Jeremy. Il a fait une super saison à 450 et c'est super important qu'on le place devant. Et par rapport à l'état de forme de Kilian et Valentin, ils vont donner le meilleur et montrer que même en étant pas à 100%, ils vont tout donner pour leur pays.
You understand everything?
Did you get all that?
So I'm going to translate what Mark said. He said, unfortunately, the Team Switzerland is not 100% this year due of the physical condition of Kilian and myself. But we're going to make everything that Jeremy can make a really good result for himself, because he make a great season, and we want that he make also great Motocross of Nation. And then for Kilian and myself, Mark said that we will do our best to show that even we are not 100%, we can do something good, and then the overall result, we wish we're going to have some luck, and we will see.
All right, and you can stay with the mic because I come to you now. Valentin Guillot, riding number 13 in the MXGP class. This season, not what you wanted really in MXGP, injuries and one or two problems. Of course, you can hopefully change that this weekend. We don't know what the conditions are going to be. We don't know how the race will be. But it would be nice to finish the season with a good result, wouldn't it, here at the Motocross of Nations at Redbud?
Yeah, unfortunately, it was not the season I expect. And this weekend, I'm the lucky boy with the number 13. And yeah, we will see. It's really sad that I got injured in beginning of September. I broke my shoulder blade, and now it goes better, and I try in Imola. It was going good, but I prefer to didn't race the Sunday to save it the shoulder. I hope I can race without pain, almost my real level, and yeah, we'll try to do my best. And you know, I'm injured, but I'm gonna fight for my country and give all what I have.
All right, well, we wish you well and hope it goes well. Kilian Oberson, MX2, riding number 14, come to you. First time on the team for you since Germany, 2013. Are you looking forward to racing here at Redbud? What are your impressions of the track? What do you think to it?
The track here looks really awesome. It's unbelievable to be here for me. The track looks really good. We don't know exactly the weather for tomorrow, but I think I know the guy here knows how to do the track good. So I'm really excited to ride here, and we will see tomorrow.
Sand conditions, you prefer sand or you're a hardpack specialist?
I prefer the sun. We don't have too much sun in Switzerland, but I don't like the hard park, so I'm excited to ride here.
All right, I wish you all the best. Have a good weekend. Jeremy Seawer, riding number 15 in the open class. Obviously, I didn't realize this actually. You've done quite a few nations. This is going to be your 8th time riding for Team Switzerland, so you're racking up them numbers. you've had a good solid season in MXGP as well. Best rookie, best non-factory rider. From that side, I guess it would be really nice to finish on a high as well, because you've shown good speed. You've been close to podium finishes in MXGP. So are you coming here with that confidence, that belief, and no pressure as well, I guess, because it's not MXGP?
Yeah, sure. Like I had a great rookie season, and still I wasn't fully happy. Like it could have been better there and this and that. But I tried to reach a top 5 overall, what I couldn't get. And now of course I just try to finish off the season strong. I feel good at the moment. I had a good speed the last few GPs and stuff. So I mean, as they said, we are not on 100% with the team Switzerland, but we're still gonna, enjoy it. And I, of course, gonna try my best to finish well, in the open class. And I think that's gonna be, my goal, just to, focus on myself, especially on Sunday, to get a good race going.
When I look at the track, the first 2 corners, obviously they've been modified, so 180, 180. But looking at the rest of it, do you think it's going to be a track that will be difficult to pass? Or do you think because it's going to get so bumpy, it's going to be very open for everybody?
It's a good question, but I think it's going to be open here to pass, because the track is really wide on many places. You have some sections with line choices already now, inside, outside, stuff like that. So I think it will be, the passing won't be a problem here, I guess.
All right, well look, wish you all the best this weekend. Team Switzerland, and quick family photo please for the guys there, and of course Mark Ristori, the team manager, Valentin Guillot, Kilian Oberson and Jeremy Seward. We wish them all the best as well. So Team Australia in place. Bernard, I'm going to come to you first of all. It's a new team manager. Obviously not a really new position for you other than the title change. You've been behind the scenes helping Gary Ben, who I believe is your assistant manager this weekend. I just spoke to him earlier. But it is your first time in full control here. How was the prep coming in, and when did you get here?
The prep's been pretty good this year. With, I mean, obviously Hunter's been racing all the way up to last weekend, so his prep has been, he's probably looking for some recovery right now. But the other 2 boys, they came 10 days ago, so they've been in California practicing and stuff. So I think we're in a good spot. Just happy the boys made it all here healthy. So we're all healthy and ready to go.
Yeah, because that's been a problem the last, well, not last year, but a couple of years before that, leading into the event itself. But you've got a team here that all riders have nations experience. That's got to be a massive bonus for you.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Motorcycle Australia was happy with the collective decision to, pick these 3 guys. They all have experience, which is huge for this event. Takes a lot of experience here to just be calm, and I'm glad that all these guys have had that experience before, so they know what to expect and just try and get some solid results.
All right, well, wish you all the best. Kurt, I'm going to come to you. Kurt Gibbs, riding number 16 in the MXGP class. After representing Team Australia last year for the first time at Matterley Basin, are you feeling a little bit more relaxed coming into this one, and maybe even more so if it keeps raining?
Yeah, it's I'm really looking forward to this one. I feel like I'm in a good position, and yeah, like you said, last year was my first year, so yeah, it was, the stress levels were through the roof. But yeah, I did really well last year, so I was really happy with where I was at, and yeah, again this year. So really looking forward to it. The track looks awesome, and I'm sure the boys will do well. So hopefully we can put in a good team result.
Would it be nice to get a couple of good results like you had last year? Remember talking to you beforehand, really nervous, didn't really know what to expect. Now you know the format, you know how it works. Qualifying race, you were top 4 or 5, I think. First race, similar position. It'd be nice to do that here, wouldn't it?
Oh, for sure. It's anytime you step on the track, especially against the world's best, you want to perform well. And I think if I can get good starts, it just puts you in a great position. So hopefully I can do that and hold on to some good positions. And like I said, put my best foot forward, not only for myself, but for the team.
All right, Kirk, wish you all the best this weekend for Team Australia. Hunter Lawrence riding number 17 this year, back in the green and gold for the second year for you as well. Last year you won the MX2 class, the Ricky Carmichael Award, so it really was a fantastic Motocross Nations for you last year. With the World Championship now over a week ago in Imola in Italy, are the gloves off here in Redbud because you've got your motorcycle sat underneath the Geico tent? How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, for sure, you know, gloves are off and it's racing for your country now, so I mean, I can't wait. We've got a badass team and it should be a good weekend, you know, both boys can ride a dirt bike good, and yeah, we were in a pretty good position last year as well, and we've got just as good riders this year, so I think, yeah, we can do it good, you know. Kirky's second year, and yeah, last year he done awesome, and Mitch has been killing it back home, you know, so I think a lot of people will underestimate Team Australia, but hopefully we can get a good solid top 5 result. I think that's, with all the teams here this year, I think that's a solid effort, and yeah, looking forward to it.
And what about you? Obviously last weekend was your last race in Europe. How stressful has it been getting everything packed up and shipped out here to start a new life in the US?
Actually, it was pretty easy. I'm sick of the cold and rainy weather there, so I was packed before the weekend.
Oh, you came here for the cold and rainy weather?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this weather, but...
Well, look, Hunter, enjoy the weekend, and I'm sure you'll have a fantastic weekend in the MX2 class.
Thanks.
Mitch Evans, going to come to you, riding number 18 in the Open class. Again, second Motocross Nations for you, so you have that first one out of the way, a little bit of experience, you know what to expect. Michael mentioned the fact that you've been over here for 10 days doing some riding in California or California. How was that for you? And are you glad that you've had that time on the bike over here, you know, leading into this one?
Yeah, definitely. That was our plan, was to come over here and get settled in and do a bit of testing. And Kirk and I have been riding together for a couple of weeks even beforehand, so it was good to get back together and put in a few motos together and get the bike dialed in before turning up here. So feeling good coming into this weekend.
And obviously, you know, I guess it's the first time you've touched base with the guy in the middle there this weekend. How's the camaraderie between all three of you?
It's all good. We're here to have a good time, and we're a team this weekend, so we know what to do.
All right, well look, guys, have a good weekend this weekend. Team Australia, ladies and gentlemen, team manager, just a quick photo with the media. Michael Byrne, of course, Kirk Gibbs, Hunter Lawrence, and Mitch Evans. Team Italy, got a little bit of home support here. So I'll start with Thomas Travasini, of course, who's been on the podium for Team Italy in the past in Motocross Nations. Thomas, I'll start with you. 1 week ago, just before Imola, the team was looking solid, 100% healthy. Two of them kind of crashed out over that weekend. How are they feeling coming into this weekend? Is everybody okay or still a little bit wounded?
Hello everybody. So yeah, on the last GP was not so lucky GP for two of our guys, but actually, as you can see, they are okay. So I think we will see all tomorrow, but they look pretty okay, so no problem at all.
And the goal before you came here, or before the Italian Grand Prix last week, and the goal now is the same, to be on the podium at least, or top 5. What is the realistic aim?
You know, it's always nice to be on the podium. Of course, I think it's the goal from the guys and from myself as well. But as you can see, there are a lot of strong teams. And in the meantime, I just told to the guys that our team is also strong. We have to believe on it. So just go out on the track racing, and riders will do them best. And I think in the end of the day, then we can make a calculation which position we get.
All right, Thomas, thank you. Tony, going to come to you, of course, riding in the MXGP class. What are your first impressions of the track? It looks pretty sandy. That would normally suit your style, even if you're maybe not 100% after the crash last weekend. Or are you?
Yeah, first of all, I'm really happy to be again at the Nations. For me, it's really important to represent my country. And unfortunately, last week it was a big disaster, and I crashed pretty hard, so I'm a little bit sore. Still, my back is hurting a lot. But you know, it's when you put on the Italian shirt on, we try to find always some extra motivation, and we are really motivated to be on the podium. This is our goal, to be on the podium, and we know we can do it, and we try to do our best to make this happen and see what happens.
Okay, there's obviously a lot of talk about a certain rivalry, you know, with maybe Eli, maybe Jeffrey, whatever. It's kind of a lot of talk about that, but there's also a lot of other people like yourself, you know, like Clement, like Jeremy, you know, there's other riders out there that are a real big threat to that as well. What do you feel about all that talk about that little rivalry?
Yeah, you know, I've never been in all my career a guy who always think I'm the fastest in the world, you know, because you know it's always a lot of combination, a lot of two different championship we are racing. So I mean, I just do my best and see what I can do. You know, I know I'm not in 100%. Unfortunately, I was really looking forward for this race. And you know, we try to do our best with the doctor and everything to be at least at in a good percent, you know, to try to fight for the victory. And but first of all, it's a team event, it's a team race. So I will do my best, everything not to to do everything to win the race myself. You know, it's important to have your head clear and see that see it as team event and see what we can do with it.
All right, Tony, have a good weekend here at Redbud. Michaela Chervelin, I'll come to you now, riding the MX2 category. Fourth Motocross of Nations now for you. The plan from Thomas Travasini worked, because I remember in Assen 2 or 3 years ago saying we had to bring in the new riders because they are going to be the guys representing in the next years. So now I guess you're more comfortable as being a member for Team Italy. And how are you feeling about racing here in the US at the biggest event in the world? And what are your thoughts on the track?
Yeah, it's my third Motocross of the Nation, and yeah, I start in Elne, and yeah, I feel a little bit less depressed, but yeah, I'm really happy to be here with a good team, good teammate, and I'm really happy. I try to do my best for the team.
All right, I wish you all the best this weekend. We are running out of time here. Alessandro Lupino, I will come to you. How are you feeling after your crash last week? Because we never saw it on television, but it looked like you were in a bad way. But are you okay physically?
Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky weekend for us, but my crash didn't hurt so much. I crashed after a jump, and I landed on my head, but we did some therapy, and now it's getting better. So tomorrow we don't think anymore about the pain. When we put the blue shirts with Italian flag, then the pain goes off, and we are here for the team. We know that we are a strong team, so we don't have to think about it.
Nothing to lose. You're just ready to go full gas.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, we know that we are stronger this year. I do my best season so far. Cervellino also, and Tony is always doing his best as always. So we don't have to think about the whole crash, but we have to think about tomorrow.
All right, well, it looks like a track that will be a lot of fun. Hope you guys have fun out there this weekend. All the best. Team Italy. Thomas Travasini, the team manager. Photo, please. Michaela Chervelin, Tony Cairoli, and of course, Alessandro Lupino. We might need 4 mics, but... Five chairs. So, welcome to the United States, guys. Must have been a long trip.
Long trip. You have no idea.
Right, Team Puerto Rico. I'm going to come to Gabby first of all, Gabby Catala. It's a pretty interesting collection of riders you've got here this weekend. Maybe you would like to introduce them to us, please.
I'm sorry.
I said it's a very interesting collection of riders you have here. Maybe you could introduce them to us.
Well, I don't know. These guys pretty much don't need an introduction, but you know, I've known these guys for a long time now.
He looks familiar.
I think he looks like Travis Pastrana.
Okay, the real Travis Pastrana.
They know him in different circuits, you know, maybe rally, X Games, Nitro, Motocross, Supercross, you know, all over. We got here Mr. Ryan Sipes. He's a jack of all trades, you know. He's switching around motocross, supercross, GNCC, flat track, everything. And just good guy out there, you know. All smiles, all smiles. Well,
what about this guy?
I'm gonna let him, you know.
Well, we'll grab a word with that guy in a moment, but what about the guy in the end? Because he looks like he's in some kind of disguise there.
I know he looks a little bit different than you're used to seeing. We just had to get him out of a cave to bring him here. We put him in a training facility to try to bring him back to life, and he's here joining forces with this team and making the best of it. You know, we're having fun. I know a lot of people here are here to see these guys race and just hang out. So once it's done, you guys can come back by the Red Bull rig and Lucas Oil and Geico, Maxis and all our trucks and hang out. We got some merchandise also available, so you can come and we'll have a good time back there.
I'm sure you will, but thank you, Gabby Catala. I'm going to start talking to the riders now and our other very distinguished gentleman over there on the stage. Kevin Wyndham, I'm going to start with you actually. I heard you came out of some kind of retirement for this one here. Have you had any flashbacks to Erne, the last time you raced this event and won?
I have had flashbacks, actually, of good donations for us and bad donations. Of course, the Erne trip was incredible to be able to win for Team USA. Been to Brazil, and in my entire career of 20 years, I had the opportunity to be invited to the donations 4 times. One time it was spoiled for a broken collarbone. One time we didn't go because of September 11th. And then the 2 times both in Brazil and Erne. And so when I got the opportunity for a 5th call for Puerto Rico, it was an interesting endeavor. We talked about it, Travis and I, for quite some time, probably all the way back to January of this year. And for some reason, I didn't accept until 6 weeks before this race, which is left me in a little bit of a bind. You know, I've been retired now for 5 years. I would say I'm a plus-size man, at least in the motorcycle world.
You're full grown man.
I'm full-figured, and you know, we had 6 weeks to go. But I can tell y'all that I take a lot of pride in this event. I'm stoked to be here. I'm glad to see the participation of the fans and the things we've been able to do to raise some money. And it's an honor not only for that cause, but just to to be a part of this race. This is truly a unique opportunity for us. All donations are unique, but I think this situation is a little bit more unique than normal.
Which part of the preparation process have you enjoyed the most getting ready for this race?
If this question is for me, absolutely none of it. I have not enjoyed not one step of preparing. 6 weeks is not a lot of time. I wanted to kill Travis on a daily basis. I would send him very ugly text messages, just telling him how much I didn't like him. But, you know, I think that we all have a sense of what this could mean for, Puerto Rico and what we're doing is we're taking pride in it. So every day I heard, I was reminded of that, and hopefully it shows on the track Sunday.
All right, well, look, Kevin Wyndham, enjoy that 5th occasion out there. Motocross Nation's at home here at Redbud. Kevin Wyndham, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to come to Ryan Sipes. Now, Ryan Sipes, Motocross of Nations rider. How does that sound?
Yeah, I always wanted to do that. Obviously, for Team USA, it would have been the ultimate dream, but that's why I couldn't turn it down when they called me up and said, hey, you want to race for Team Puerto Rico? I said, I'll race for whoever. I get to race Motocross of Nations, so I'm all for it. So this has been a good time. This crew here is just a ride at all times, and having a lot of fun getting ready for this thing and raising money and trying to do some good with it.
Well, I was going to ask how has the camaraderie been? How much fun has it been? But how much time have you actually spent together riding? You know, like the other teams, they get together and try and do a couple of days riding or like a little boot camp or whatever. Has there been any of that at all, or has that just been a solo effort from everybody concerned?
Our first team training session will be tomorrow on the track.
So it's going well then.
Yeah, we our camaraderie is text messages, text chains, and how bad they're hurting when they're doing the 30-minute motos, and me trying to get a bike together and the whole deal. But it's been fun.
All right, I hope you have a good time. I hope you enjoy it as well. Ryan Sipes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to come to Ricky Johnson next, of course, a rider who needs no introduction. and he's won his fair share of these things as well. And Ricky, great to have you here. Great that you're a part of this team. What is your role in this? Is it mentoring these athletes this weekend?
That's kind of mentoring these athletes. That's kind of the role, but there's also the ringleader of the Nitro Circus, which that's actually Travis's job. But no, this started 6 months ago and it was the best kept secret in motocross. Travis called me and actually sent me a text and said, I have a crazy idea and I need you to talk me out of it. And what happened 2 months before that is he wanted me to do a 200-foot card jump with him strapped to the roof. And so I denied on that because I don't want to be the one that gets Travis. And so I'm like, I can't wait to hear what he's got to say. And so he came up with this concept of racing Motocross of Nations for Team Puerto Rico. And obviously the world has seen how much damage happened to Puerto Rico and how much really people haven't helped them get back on their feet. And so when he told me about the crew that he was putting together, we tried to get Kevin on a 125 at first, and he said, he like I said, he's a full-grown man now, so he didn't really want to do that.
150 wasn't an option?
No, it was not. But are they checking the bore and stroke on bikes this weekend?
I don't know, but maybe they'll turn a blind eye for you guys.
So anyhow, that's what it started as, and so for me to be a part of the team, as you know, I haven't been involved with that much with the motocross racing because I've been doing truck racing and other things. It was a great way for me to come back. I've always loved this event as a racer. I've loved this event as a fan. It's the opportunity to get everybody together. But when you get a crew like this, you got Ryan Sipes that can race anything. He's won TT races, GNCC, Supercross, Straight Rhythm, you name it. Then you got Travis that rides everything under the sun and who I feel is the most stylish rider to ever throw a leg over a motorcycle. I don't care what kind of shape they're in. I know what kind of effort that they're going to put forth as soon as the gate drops. So if I can help them with anything along the way with my past experiences and also raise money and awareness for Puerto Rico, I'm in.
All right, well, look, I hope you enjoy the process just as much as these guys as well. Ricky Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Right, last but not least, the man on the end here, Mr. Travis Pastrana. Ricky kind of touched on it a moment ago. Just remind us the backstory. This is for a great cause, isn't it? It's a bit of fun, but there is a serious element behind the whole Team Puerto Rico thing this weekend.
Yeah, about a year ago, Ronnie Mack actually called me up and he started this whole process. And he said, look, I want you to race Motocross to Nations. And I laughed. I was like, it's got to be a joke. Like, are you drunk? And he's like, no. And he talked to Gabby and he said, look, there's an awesome opportunity that we could get together. We could go. We're going to train. We're going to ride. We're going to get back to our roots. We're going to have some fun. But at the end of the day, we get to do something that not a lot of people get to do. And that's actually, raise some money and go down to a place that needs some help. And, Gabby's like, look, we've got great riders down here. We've got a great facility, but let's see if we can get down there. Let's see if we can fix up these tracks. Let's raise a little money to send some of the Puerto Rican riders to some different, some different events, and to be able to do something good. And I said, okay. So that's when I called Rick Johnson. I said, please, it's a horrible idea. I'm way too old for this. And I looked up to you. You were the best before I was born. So he's like older than dirt. And I was like, just talk me out of it. And he's like, I'm in. And Sipes was in, and then we started a riot in Unadilla, so then Ronnie Mack got thrown off, and then we got the caveman to come out of retirement, and he's been pretty deep in retirement, so the fact that Kevin Windham agreed to do this was, it's not the dream team, but this is my dream team. This is, you have, the greatest team that ever graced Motocross Nations, team captain Ricky Johnson right there, the dream team of Motocross Nations. For me, the greatest moment of my entire life was kicking France's butt for the USA in Saint-Angeli, France at Motocross Nations. And even though we're here as a territory of the United States, supporting the US, rooting and hoping the US kicks butt, we have a chance to get back on dirt bikes, to ride. Kevin Windham wanted to ride 2014, and he didn't show up to Anaheim because he goes, you know what, I'm just a little too tired, too beat up. And no one threw him a retirement party. And we heard Redbud was the best partiers, the best place of all the motocross to be, and his retirement party is going to be Sunday night.
Sunday night retirement, absolutely.
For the second time. Well, obviously you're going to be on two strokes. It's going to have them, they're going to sound nice, ripping around here.
Yeah, honestly, so everyone's been giving me a hard time. They're like, dude, get with the 2000s. You got to get to a four-stroke. But I've been riding two-stroke my whole life. I'm more comfortable on a two-stroke. Whenever I'd ride the four-stroke, I could run a lap faster on a four-stroke. I have a better chance of getting the whole shot. But like Rick Johnson told me, he said the worst thing you could possibly do is get the whole shot by accident on some miracle, and then think you can actually run with these guys. He goes, you're going to be dead in a half lap. You're not going to make it to Larocco's Leap to be able to backflip it. And that would be the worst thing that could ever possibly happen.
That's what a team manager does. He lets his riders know what's realistic. And so I didn't want him in front. I want him out there fighting. And you're going to hear that two-stroke screaming around because, as you've seen on social media, he doesn't let off at all.
And I'm not that fast anymore. At least, you know what? I rode with Robbie Raynard, who won Loretta's this last year or 2 years ago, and you know, a couple guys from Oklahoma who I'd raced with, and I thought, man, I'm pretty quick. And then Benny Blos, I was like, I'll just ride behind him. I couldn't see him in 3 turns, and I thought, oh crap, what the heck are we into? So I'm sorry, K-Dub. I mean, you knew what you were getting into. We have 1 athlete on this team, so that's a start, and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna be out there with the crowd. We're gonna be just enjoying this, living every second, and we just appreciate everyone allowing us to be part of this event. Thank you, Gabby, for allowing us to represent you know, the territory of Puerto Rico, and we're all going to go down to Puerto Rico right before Christmas, and you know, we're not going to be able to affect everyone, but we'll be able to put roofs on a couple houses through some of the guys that are the ramp builders coming down to help out, and the more merchandise you guys buy to support us, the more we'll actually be able to do when we get down there.
All right, well, look, you might not be the dream team, but it is a dream to be on a team once again. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Puerto Rico. And we wish them all the best. Just a quick photo for the media, please. And that wraps up our press conference here at the 72nd edition of the Monster Energy FIM Motocross Nations here, Redbud in the United States of America. And we wish all the teams, all the riders, and everybody the best of luck here this weekend. Of course, hope the fans enjoy it as well. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow with our, well, actually tonight, we've got our live team presentation around 5 o'clock, so in about an hour's time, and then, but we're on live 15 minutes before that, myself and Jeff Emick, and then from there, it will be the studio show in the morning, and then the qualifying races, and we are back up and running. We'll see you guys a little later on this evening.